always the case, and that an ordinary day can turn into a nightmare in the blink of an eye when power is misused. The first is about to learn. Life in Brentwood, Pennsylvania was supposed to be quiet for our subject, a man who kept to himself and bothered no one. He was living a simple, peaceful life, managing his health and going about his daily routines without any trouble. He had no reason to believe that the very people sworn to protect his community would soon become the source of his greatest pain and fear. Before an ordinary day can turn into a nightmare in the blink of an eye when power is misused. And to tell them they had the wrong person, he didn't raise his voice or try to run away, he simply tried to have a reasonable conversation. He believed that if he just stayed calm and explained his side of the story, the truth would come out, and they would realize their mistake. Excessive force. They grabbed him aggressively, twisting his arms behind his back and forcing him to the ground. The sudden violence was a shock to his system, causing immediate and sharp pain. He suffered injuries to his shoulders, wrists, and back, as he was roughly handcuffed and shoved into the back. Nothing wrong. This was not justice. This was a brutal and unwarranted assault. During this first arrest, he and his trust in authority, he felt long after the physical bruises, false pretenses. Once more, he was accused of a crime he did not commit. Once more, he tried to reason with the officers, explaining that there had been a terrible mistake. Determined to make his life a living hell, the jail staff treated him not as a human being but as an object of scorn and ridicule. The verbal abuse was constant and degrading. Guards hurled insults at him, mocking him and making him feel worthless. They seemed to take pleasure in his misery, creating an atmosphere of constant fear and intimidation. His requests for basic information were ignored or met with threats. This wasn't about maintaining order, it was about breaking his spirit. He felt completely isolated, cut off from the outside, ignored by the jail staff. He repeatedly informed them of his medical conditions and begged for life at risk, and caused him immense physical suffering, slow and agonizing. To make matters even worse, he was thrown into solitary confinement for no legitimate reason. Locked away in a small, cold cell, he was deprived of human contact and left alone with his thoughts, his pain, and his growing despair. The isolation was mentally crushing, designed to break even the strongest will. He felt abandoned by the world, a forgotten soul in a concrete box. The combination of physical pain from his injury